Hi everyone, I'm Tibisay Morgandi and I'm going to talk to you about a module on sustainability and human rights. We know that concerns regarding sustainability and human rights are increasing, and companies need to make sure that they take into account sustainability and human rights considerations when they engage in their activities, especially abroad. And this has become more and more important since we are asking companies not only to be accountable for the activities that they conduct in the place where they're based, but also for the activities of their subsidiaries and their so-called business partners. So all the activities within the supply chain. And this module aims to provide students with an understanding as to what concerns in the world of sustainability and human rights companies need to address and think about. So it will have a bit of an interdisciplinary approach in that it will look at philosophical, historical, and legal aspects of the intersection between sustainability and human rights. And it will start by looking at the history and philosophy underlying human rights law and how human rights law was originally focused on protecting public goods, but actually it can also be used to protect private rights. It will also look at the philosophy behind this and why are we so concerned with sustainability and human rights? Why are we trying to make companies accountable for the harms that they cause abroad? It seems straightforward, but we want to understand why we want to sort of connect the dots when we look at the activities of companies all over the world. We will then focus on the law. And the legal aspects that we will look at is especially enforcement and compliance mechanisms. So we will look at both binding and non-binding compliance mechanisms. So we will look at codes of conduct, which are non-binding instruments. Think of the UN Global Compact, and how through social auditing we determine whether or not a company has implemented these codes of conduct. We will also look at hard law. So there is currently, we are, I think, at number 5 of the stage of negotiations of the Treaty on Business and Human Rights. And so what are the enforcement mechanisms of this treaty? But we will also look at trade law enforcement mechanism, and in particular, a mechanism called the Rapid Response Mechanism, which is a way in which one of the most important trade agreements, the trade agreement between the US, Canada, and Mexico, USMCA, is looking at addressing issues regarding collective labor rights. So it's a module that can appeal to all students and all specialists because it's quite broad in scope. And the objective is to try to train students that then will work in law firms, in-house, and make them able to advise companies, but also governments on what to do when it comes to these issues. It's taught in a Socratic style, and the assessment is an essay that accounts for 70% of the final grade, and a presentation which allows the students to present their ideas, what they will cover in the essay, get feedback, and also develop those oral skills that are very important. So this is in a nutshell what this module is about, and I really hope you will join it. Thank you.